Hello, Leroy.
What's up?
How are you, buddy?
I
Not a
mean,
great night last night for our teams.
people giving up 130 something points.
137 points. Your favorite Panthers giving up shorties.
Oh, they are, by the way, the Panthers are the king of giving up the shorty.
Oh, it's so annoying.
So annoying.
Every time that happens, I just go, Leroy.
Holy smokes.
Josh Hart goes, Mattis Bazella's intangibles.
Oh my goodness.
This kid who literally looks like he just walked over the high school diploma. He's just like, I'm gonna go 10 for 10 on your ass. I'm gonna give Jovic the business. The entire time I was distracted watching this game because I'm just like, but there's so many lobs. It's like, oh, I was hypnotized. And then meanwhile, I'm like, oh no, we're down. Oh no. Oh no, now we're down 7. Oh
Yep.
no. That's basically how it went yesterday for the Miami Heat. Just couldn't stay in front of anybody on the Bulls. And perhaps I erred in poking the Vucevic bear. Whew. I was looking real smart at halftime. He was like 0 for 6.
Yeah.
Then he wasn't.
Yeah. Oh, Vooch.
Why does he do this to us? Why?
How does he do this?
How does he do this to us?
A minimum of a double-double every time.
Every time he takes on the Heat.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
He mysteriously starts shooting like Steph Curry at some
I'm just
point.
like, I was like, pfft. I was mocking him I was like, Vooch, more like Pooch.
Why? Why you do that?
I just mocking him in my living room.
Yeah.
I said, look at this third little pig. Brick, 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 brick. And then all of a sudden we get to the second half and no, don't hit that 3. No.
You poked the bear.
I did poke the bear. But you want to know something? It's really not my fault.
Well,
it's really not my fault.
Really?
It's not my fault. You want to know why?
Why?
It's Erik Spoelstra's fault. It's Erik Spoelstra's fault because I need him to answer for his crimes. Leroy, I got to know something. You tell me, all right? Because you can say, sometimes you say I'm irrational on things, all right? So I'm going to try and be measured here. I'm trying to be measured. But why? Why, after the year this guy has had, does he insist on continuing to try and make Terry Rozier a thing? I'm trying to be reasonable and I'm trying to be measured, but I'm sitting here and Duncan Robinson, okay, our all-time franchise leader in 3-pointers, okay? Sure. He got 2 for 2 yesterday. A classic dunks to start the game. He also started off the game cooking because he had like 8 points in 2 minutes.
Yep.
But in a game where nobody was defending, nobody, everybody on that roster got cooked yesterday. 133 to the Bulls. Why is Duncan Robinson thrown in SPO jail and Terry Rozier's allowed to do what he wants? I just want to know. I want to know. What the hell? Is Duncan Robinson the king of sass? Why is he always the first one punished by Erik Spoelstra?
When nobody's playing defense.
I don't understand it. And I don't understand it. Because I'm watching Terry go out there. He does and 1 tape to take any time he takes a 3. He's Butterfingers McGee when he's going for the layups. And he's not a good defender. He's a tough rebounder for his size. I'll give him that. But yesterday, Leroy, 2 for 12 from Scary Terry. And Spo's like giving Duncan Robinson token minutes. He goes, Duncan, sit your ass down. Like, when does Duncan Robinson demand a trade? You ever think about that?
I feel
When
like
does
it's
Duncan
gonna-
Robinson demand a trade?
Yeah.
What is this? What is this? I don't understand it.
It's got to bother him. It absolutely has to.
It has to bother him. And you want to know something about Duncan Robinson?
Yeah.
It should bother him. It should bother him. I'm sitting here, and I have been with you for 7 years, Erik Spoelstra. 7 years. And this is how you treat me? You disrespect me with this? I want to know. I don't get it. A man who is being investigated for point shaving is out there. He's 2 for 12. And suppose, like, he needs to lead us in fourth quarter minutes. Why? Why?
Why?
Why? Spo, why?
Lost his touch. Mm.
This is crazy. I mean, this is crazy. Are you saying what do you mean lost his touch?
I mean, look, I don't want to be that guy. Not trading him to Portland, but he's had a
Well, you
long
don't gotta-
career.
okay, you
I
don't
I'm
have to
just
mention
saying,
it
I'm
like
just
that. You don't have to
mentioning.
mention it like that.
Just mentioning. How long has
See,
he been?
basically, here's how he started that conversation. I have some things to say, but keep in mind, none of what I'm gonna say is worse than Tobin trying to send the coach to Portland. Okay, back to the show.
Correct.
We
See,
did
correct.
that's basically how he led.
Correct.
In my
So
scenario,
if you need to break it down, that's why it was mentioned.
Look, I agree that Erik Spoelstra is a Hall of Fame coach.
Okay.
Right now, the argument can be made he is the best coach in the NBA, but he is not having the best season by far. We remember him losing the Detroit game because of the timeouts.
oh my God.
That already is an egregious act by a coach.
It is.
Can't do that.
Can't do it.
How long were we on Chris Webber for?
Still.
Come on.
I mean, you saw Jalen Rose courtside. You could see the flashbacks he was having,
Absolutely.
which is one of the funny parts of that story.
Hilarious.
I mean, awful they lost that game, but Jalen Rose being courtside for that.
PTSD.
Oh,
Not again. Well, that's one. Already, that's a strike. You can't have the best coaching season with that on your resume. Took forever to get tall time going.
dude.
41? Was it
How many games did he run Kevin Love out there before he goes, man, this guy's kind of old?
Come on.
Kinda.
Now, Jimmy Butler, that divorce would have happened either way. But one of the things that was mentioned, didn't like the way he was being utilized. Who's the puppet master? Your boy Spo.
I don't believe here. Let me say this. Okay. That's an easy go-to move for Jimmy and Jimmy's camp
Yes,
because they want that stink to get off how they have handled this situation.
for sure.
So-
it would have happened either way.
So
He's just making the case. He's just making the case.
just adding. You got to
He's
build
just
the
making the
evidence.
case. He's what is this case of?
The case of is Spo washed?
What?
Is Spo washed?
That's very strong.
No, I'm not. I'm
Washed.
just simply asking a question. Just asking a question. Just throwing it out there.
You didn't hear the finish at the end of the spot was?
Look, he's 20 years in the game.
This is kind of like Maury Povich. I watched a lot of Maury Povich in the Vegas hotel, and it's
Still
just
got
like, are you the father? It's
Oh,
like, you
are
don't
you?
know. We have to have the test. We have to have the test. We have to have the washed paternity test if we
What?
know.
One of my favorite texts from your trip to Vegas was Maury Povich still got his fastball.
Dude, still got his fastball, though. I'm sitting here and I'm like, what? Because you don't want to know something? I feel like, and I don't remember this, but I feel like when I was sick, right?
Yeah.
And I would watch Maury Povich, I feel like it was like at max 2 cases a show.
Yep.
But maybe because in today's day and age, we're very attention deprived, or they're trying to make it for TikTok. Like, I don't know.
Yep.
Dude, Maury knocked out, like, I'm telling you, no lie, 8 paternity tests in
Wow.
one show. I mean, he was boom, 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 boom.
That's
And I got to tell you,
Yeah.
Not the Fathers won 6-2.
Whoa!
There was a lot of Not the Fathers.
Trifling.
I don't know what's a better. I really don't know what
We're
I
in Vegas,
love
so you felt you needed a money line on.
But he's like, but it's when the ladies find out that he's not the father, and they all do the classic move. They run off backstage. No,
That's why, because it's like you are the father. It's like, oh, okay, well,
step
I told
up.
you.
I told you. I told you.
Yep.
You can't deny that kid.
That's right. That's right. Always got to point to the screen. You got the same eyes, the same. But if the run though, everyone's there for the run.
There was one though. She was with it was she had 2 there, right? So she had the boyfriend, okay,
Yeah,
the best friend, who
no.
she was now with, and was raising what she thought was the boyfriend's baby. The best friend was raising that baby because he was the best friend of the guy.
Okay.
It was neither's.
None of
It was
it.
neither's.
Whoa,
So she was like, no.
She over here ruining relationships and
Dude,
friendships.
I was like, whoa. And he's like, I was gonna propose to you.
Oh no.
Throws the ring at her feet and leaves.
That's crazy.
Better go get that ring.
Oh, we have a trade.
Whoa. Let's see, Jimmy. Where's Jimmy going? Tell me where Jimmy's going, baby. Where's Jimmy
Breaking
going?
news.
Breaking news.
The Milwaukee Bucks
Oh, we got Dame. Huh?
are trading
Chris Middleton.
Chris Middleton
Yeah.
for Kyle Kuzma.
Okay.
I saw that coming. He's been terrible this year.
Jeez.
And he's hurt.
Oh no.
All right. Seems like everyone's making moves. I would have taken Middleton. Jimmy Butler for Middleton. Would you?
He's
do that?
banged up.
He may be washed.
He may be washed.
He may be washed.
Damn it.
Okay, so do you have just so we're clear,
Right.
your case of wash. I should
Correct,
give us our headlines liner here real quick.
For sure.
Which is our headlines are brought to you. Our headlines, which is a case of washed on Erik Spoelstra.
Correct.
Brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Doral Volkswagen, choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock with the T1, the Taos, and the Atlas. Remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. So to recap,
Correct.
you are saying you feel Erik Spoelstra may be washed.
Maybe wash. There's a potential.
Potential of washness.
Yes.
Okay, your case is blew the game in Detroit, no timeouts.
Absolutely.
You say tall time took too long.
Correct.
May have upset Jimmy Butler with his role.
Yep.
All right, what else is on your case?
Hindered Bam's growth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which kind of plays into too. So it's like it's almost like a co-effect.
Correct.
Mm.
This all, it's all together. It all comes together. And I do want to say him trusting Terry Rozier with his life. That has to be on the list. That has to be on the list.
I don't understand.
That's crazy.
It does seem like
crazy.
Do you think
is it that he feels the need another ball handler?
I have no clue. I really have no clue. Because
that was the original shoot the three and
put Pella Larson out there to handle the ball or something.
Somebody absolutely else. Not. You know how he feels about Pella. They get like one swing and one miss.
Pella Larson's he's the thing that annoyed me yesterday though. Here's the thing that truly annoyed me about the Terry Rozier thing, right?
Yeah.
You finally got a great game from Jaime, right? Jaime played like a dog yesterday, dude. Yeah. Relentless. He was getting after it. He was going after rebounds. He was diving on the floor. Like he actually played that game with some effort, with some fire under his ass. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, please put him back in the game for Terry Rozier. And he finally did it. And then Kobe White blew past Tommy out because it was nothing. But the point of it was, like, why is he sitting there? And he's like, nah, this is going to be the one where Terry gets it. I'm like, all right.
I just don't understand. I just it gives me remnants of the Drew Smith. Like, do you have information on this guy? Why does he do this? I don't get it.
Robbie the Degenerate says, what about getting run out of the gym by Utah and Sportland at home?
I was gonna say the blown leads and bad losses.
Oh, I saw here's a stat. You want a stat?
I want a stat.
You want a stat? Leroy, you want a stat?
Come
I want a stat.
Leroy.
All right. This is from the great Anthony
I like
Chang.
stats. You know why?
Why is that?
Factual. They're not, you know.
Anthony Chang. Tonight marked the Heat's 7th loss this season after holding a double-digit second half lead.
Second half.
Second
So
half.
not even getting off to a hot start, which we never
Nope.
do.
No, I'm not even
Second half.
counting like the Milwaukee game where you were up 20-5. He's saying losses where you've had, or like the Orlando game where you were up 26. Even that one, I think, was probably in the double digits.
Bad losses. Dude.
7 losses this year, double-digit leads, blow them. Crazy.
That's
Crazy.
That's
And prevent defense.
He's preventing me from having joy is what he's doing. And you want to know something? I don't feel bad about going at Erik Spoelstra, okay?
Ooh.
We've thrown enough rose petals at his feet and
Yep.
kissed his ass.
That's right.
And given him all the praise and defended him and all this stuff. The guy's gotten his flowers. He's a big boy. He deserves criticism, okay? He deserves it. I understand he's had to deal with some bad circumstances, but I don't know I don't know what levers he's pulled in that too, because he has a lot of influence on the organization. It's not like Spo wakes up one day, he's like, oh yeah, Terry Rozier's here. What? Surprise. No.
Yeah, for sure.
How do I know that he didn't want Terry Rozier?
Huh.
How do I know that?
Seems like he did.
And maybe he's like, we're going to make this work.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Chris Greer forcing Eichenberg down our throats for 4 years.
Ooh.
How long has he been coaching, Spo? What, 20 years?
The head coach? His first season was what, 07, 08?
Yeah, so almost 20 years.
Or 08, 09? Yeah, 08, 09.
So if you think about it, it's a pretty good career.
It's a great career.
I wouldn't mind him potentially moving on up.
Whoa.
You know, Chris Quinn. Need the young blood.
So you're saying like when Riley steps aside,
Yeah.
you make Spo the Godfather. How do you do the Godfather?
Dude.
It's worse every time.
I thought that one was good.
It's worse every time. So you want to have Spo.
Oh, I didn't say that I want.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I'm
I'm just
sure.
asking. Potentially, people are saying potentially we can have Chris Quinn take Erik Spoelstra's spot.
And you think that'll work?
There's no way Chris Quinn's benching Duncan Robinson like this.
No way. He's kind of tapped in with the team. Didn't he coach in Sioux Falls for a little bit or something?
Yeah.
Look at that.
I mean, he's the number one. Like once like if Erik Spoelstra had to step away for something, like Chris Quinn's the head coach.
Look, everybody gets kind of like bumped. You know, we have Spoelstra becomes the new Riley, Haslam becomes the new Zoe.
Why are you kicking out Zoe?
Well, you know, just gotta get the regime. You know, you get a new regime in there. You can't just keep.
Hey, I want you to tell UD he's no longer welcome around the facility.
No,
you mean Alonzo? He's kicking out Alonzo.
Yeah. No, UD.
Yeah, but, I mean, UD is part of that crew too.
He wants UD to replace Alonzo.
Yeah, you know when you see Pat and Zoe.
I hope you when you shake Alonzo.
Oh, so you want it to be Spo and
you
UD
want Spo and UD
in those 2 seats.
Yeah, there you go.
We'd never replace Andy though. Andy,
Andy needs.
He's got to be there with his suspenders and his calculator
for sure. We need it.
Hobnobbing.
Yeah. Although we got to find somewhere for Wade too. Bring Wade back.
Look. Obviously, Spo's a great coach, but I agree with you. I don't understand. I think to me, he's just living in a little place I like to call Too Cuteville.
Okay.
And sometimes the obvious solutions are there, and he's just like try. And I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to maybe they're trying to showcase Terry Rozier. Does anybody want this guy? Which I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah.
After he had after he had that game against the Spurs, I would have been like, let's send him for a little bit. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I probably would have been best. Now I think about it.
All right, we'll take a break.
What's the opposite? What's the side town of that?
Too
Cutesville.
On the outskirts of ugly.
Take a break.
Ugly Bumpkins.
Yep.
Ugly Bumpkinsville.
Guys are just tuning in. Miami Heat, they lose last night to the Bulls, 133-124. get to a little more 15 minutes of heat here, which is brought to you by Hollywood Kia. At Hollywood Kia, the #1 Kia dealer in all of Florida. Get their star treatment. We want to see you in a Hollywood Kia. Visit them online, hollywoodkia.com. Final score last night was 133-124. They have a back-to-back. They will look to bounce back tonight against the Philadelphia 76ers at 7:30. Joel Embiid made his return last night with a triple-double. They beat the Mavericks, who did not have, of course, their new star, Anthony Davis. And Joel Embiid yesterday with 29 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists. Now, I saw a quote that said that he wants to be available for every game, but Nick Nurse already ruled him out for tonight. So, I mean,
well, again, it's one of those things where he knew damn well he wasn't playing back-to-backs, but he said that knowing that the coach will step in, so everybody looks good.
I guess
That's how
so.
you play the game.
I guess that is how you play the game. But they will take on the 76ers tonight, 7:30, and the Heat will try and bounce back and hopefully have a much better defensive effort, because that was. They can't. You guys couldn't stay in front of Josh Giddey. I can't even imagine what Tyrese Maxey's going to do to the perimeter defense on this team.
Josh Giddey. Man, they had a lot of intangibles.
Woof, a lot of intangibles, dude. You're not kidding.
Knocking buckets down from everywhere.
That kid, that tiny kid, Mattis Belizis, or whatever the hell his name was.
They call him Little Boozy. Serious, it's Booza something.
He killed the Heat yesterday, especially Jovic. And Jovic has been pretty good on defense, but he was like, and I could tell Jovic was getting annoyed too, especially when Jovic put a shoulder in him, and then the kid went, that was him mic'd up. And they called Jovic for the offensive foul, and it was so clearly a flop.
Just every time we make that sound, I imagine like a garden gnome.
That's what he looked like, though.
Velocity.
It was too much. It's Bazelis yesterday. 10 for 10, 4 for 4 from 3. Jesus. Rookie. And
I thought it was going to be a blowout the way Dunk started.
Wow.
Who knew that Dunks could have a start like that? Usually goes 2 for 2 and 2 for 2 for 2 and don't play for the rest of the half or something like that. Nobody thought he was going to score 8 points in 12 seconds and not play.
I suppose like,
with Terry Rozier's.
I would like to say, Spo,
what?
You think Duncan earned more minutes?
Don't you think Duncan Robinson has earned a little bit more respect, right? Like he's earned a little.
That's why the officials don't give it to him.
You don't even, yeah, exactly. How do you expect the officials? The officials are so disrespectful to Duncan Robinson, but how do you expect them to respect him when you don't even respect him? I don't understand this. This man has started finals games, won you finals games, is your all-time franchise three-point leader, has improved, has gotten better. Okay, he had a couple of high defensively. Why is Terry Rozier getting more of a benefit of the doubt than this guy? I want to know. I just don't understand how the accountability works with this franchise. That's the thing that's crazy about it. Like, all they do is talk about accountability and accountability and accountability, and we're not for everyone. But, like, the guys that have been there and the guys that have been raised in the mud, molded in the mud of your organization, you still treat him like mud. Like, you still treat him like he's Sioux Falls boy. And that's silly to me. Like, this man is a professional in the midst of a $90 million contract. He's been one of your steadiest players all year. And you just like, ugh, get out of here, Duncan. Get out of my face.
Wow. Add that to my list too, by the way.
What?
Mishandling of the greatest shooter in Heat history.
Wow. You kind of are. I feel like you're running up the score there with that description there. I mean, I'll allow it to be on the list, but it feels like you're adding to it a little bit.
Why not? He is the all-time three-point.
He is the all-time leading shooter.
And he's mishandled.
And he was the quickest to 500 threes.
Come on. You know what you got to do with
in the league in
and
NBA
also,
history.
Get him off the leash.
Agreed. Sometimes you got to let the dog roam. You know, let him raise his leg on the court a little bit.
Yeah.
You know. Meanwhile, you got Terry Rozier. He's going all over the place. Put pee-pee pads around.
Jeez. Let him do
He's like a teacup Yorkie that you just let spurt all over. Oh, it's adorable. Right. You know, Duncan Robinson.
It sound like you went to the mall and Terry Rozier was in a little.
No, that's how it's treated, though. Duncan Robinson is treated like a mutt by Erik Spoelstra, and Terry Rozier is treated like a teacup Yorkie. Like he walks around with him like, Spo's look at it's so cute. It's like my little accessory.
Hmm.
You know? And then like Duncan Robinson, they're like, bad dog. And it does like, what did I do? I just sniffed the mailman. I didn't even bite him. Bad dog, Duncan. Bad.
Back to the porch.
Foul, 55. Bad dog, Duncan.
Jeez.
Terry Rozier. Turnover. Oh, he's so adorable. He's so adorbs. I got him from a breeder. You see, I put his little. It's a crossbreed. It's a Yorkadoodle.
Yorkadoodle.
Like, I'm just like, what is going on here? Poor Duncan Robinson.
And I know he says, I love when we say, well, why when you see it was going to be a shootout when you play a guy who started basically 4 for 5 with 2 threes? He goes, minutes are hard to come by in some of these situations.
We got to do tough things. You guys are doing. Hey, you guys did a tough thing. You lost to a Bulls team that's actively trying to lose. They're trying to get into the lottery. They don't want to lose their pick.
And gave up. Who's DeSomo, who just Billy balled everybody?
Jesus. Look at these intangibles. They can't stick with me. Tyler Hero, turnstile yesterday. Turnstile and turnovers yesterday. I mean, was that the least impressive triple-double flirt you've ever seen in your life?
Didn't even realize it was a triple-double flirt.
What did he do? 10, 10, 8?
Nah, it was 23, 8, and 9, but it was 5 of 15, 3 of 11. Got to the free throw line a ton. I'll give him that. But, like, dude, that one where he did the spin move and the ball ended up in the stands, I was like, what is that? You think he's got a little all-star fever?
No.
All right.
No, I mean...
Me neither. It's just,
like sometimes like he's a volume guy, so sometimes he might get his 20.
He might have given up a triple last night, though.
Those 20, sometimes he's gonna get those 20, 25 from the free throw line. He's gonna shoot a lot of bricks. Other times he's gonna be 5 for 6 from 3. Like that's what you live with, but you can count on that 20 or that 25 or that 30. And I think that's the most important thing, that he can still find a way to get to that number, even if he's not shooting it well.
Oh, you're so adorable, Terry.
So cute. Just nibbles on you.
Duncan Robinson. Bad dog. Stop sniffing strangers.
Poor dunks.
Poor dunks.
Free dunks.
Free dunks. I'll tell you who's never going to get investigated for point shaving.
Oh.
Duncan Robinson, dude. That's who. At least we had those lobs, though. The Bam, I mean, look, hey, when Bam and Khalil throwing lobs to each other now.
Come on.
Wow, that was good.
More of that.
That's crazy, right?
It distracted me, though. It was like, I was sitting there, I was just like, I was so happy because tall time.
That you didn't realize they were down by 5?
It was like, it was like this. I basically fell for like I was pickpocketed yesterday. I felt like I was at Bayside and the guy was showing me the parrots and I'm like, where's my wallet?
And the parrots, over here, dummy.
Oh no, it's David.
Okay.